And what we saw overnight is almost little to no criminal activity, and that really is how it should be.
Well, that is Acting Secretary of Homeland Security Chad Wolf speaking about the shift in Portland overnight as federal officers reduce their presence downtown. Oregon State Police stepped in to take the lead role in keeping the peace outside of the federal courthouse. Fox 12's Amber WILMARTH has been covering the aftermath of these demonstrations for us day after day, and she's downtown now with what's different about today.
Portland police say the protests here overnight were mostly peaceful and they did not make any arrests. Right now, we're outside of Lonsdale Square Park, right across the street from the federal courthouse. Typically, there's a bit of a crowd here, but it's pretty much empty. Hundreds of people gathered downtown last night, trying to shift the focus back to the original message. Protesters telling Fox 12 the movement is about racial equality.
The real Black Lives Matter movement is not about going in and destroying property. The real Black Lives Matter movement is about just equality for black people first and foremost, and then overall just everyone.
And police say protesters were focused on keeping the peace yesterday. Police say some did start fires and tried to climb over the fence surrounding the federal courthouse, but added members of the crowd were actively trying to stop them. This was the first night that Oregon State Police was in charge of keeping the peace. It's part of a deal with Governor Kate Brown and the federal government to reduce the presence of federal officers in downtown Portland. Right now, the plan is for federal officers to remain inside the courthouse, with state police officers stationed outside, working with Portland police to stop any violence. Acting Secretary of Homeland Security Chad Wolf spoke on Fox and Friends this morning about the change in tone here in Portland overnight.
We've been asking for 60 days for Portland police or Oregon police to do their job. And for whatever reason, it took 60 days. It took my law enforcement officers 245 injuries, over 90 arrests for them to step up and to do their job. I'm glad they're here. I'm glad they're partnering with us. That we can hopefully bring this to a very peaceful conclusion very quickly.
Portland Police Chief Chuck Lavelle also commenting on the shift, tweeting this morning, quote, "Thank you to all those who demonstrated peacefully last night, as well as those who interceded to stop any attempts to light fires or throw projectiles. It's time to move forward and make transformative changes." Wolf says federal officers will remain on standby until the federal courthouse is secure and safe. Reporting from downtown Portland, Amber WILMARTH, Fox 12 Oregon.